Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is up here near the top. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use a Sharpie because if I use pencil, see, you can't really see it too great. So I'm going to use Sharpie, but you guys are welcome to use pencil first and then go over it with Sharpie if you're afraid you're going to mess up. So we're going to do oh, this is not a good Sharpie. You're going to do like a triangular shape up near the top of your paper, and we want it up and down like the long way, up and down like a tall building. It doesn't have to be perfect because haunted houses are all like weird and crooked, so don't worry about making it perfect. Just get your triangle there. I don't like how many lines I had to do, but oh well. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come right here and we're going to make a line to make the side of our house. But we want this line to be not bent, but diagonal. So you want to make it come out like that. And don't make it come all the way down to the bottom of your paper. Just like leave some room at the bottom. Then on the other side, we're going to come up here under our roof and make another line that comes out. It doesn't have to be perfect. See, mine isn't perfect. It's bent some. Keep going. Keep going. Keep your paper down. All right. So we have our basic house shape. I have not put a bottom on it. Notice that. Okay. Now we're going to do our windows. So we're going to start up here at the top. You're going to make two small lines like that kind of look like eyebrows. Okay? And then we are going to make our windows smaller at the top and bigger at the bottom. To do that, you're going to make your lines diagonal again and make them come out. And then you're going to make a bottom. And you're going to do it on the other side. Now, my window looks like I might have room for, yeah, 2 lines. But you might only have room for 1. That's okay. Everybody's should be different. All right, so now we're going to make a second row of windows because we want our house to be really tall. So we're going to come down, move down a little bit, and you want the top of this next window to be as big as the bottom of this one. So I'm trying to match up my line. See, my line right here is as big as the bottom of this window. And then I'm going to come down. My line's bending outward. So the bottom is bigger than the top again. Like that. It looks like on this window I might have room to do like this. A different type of window. There's all different kinds of windows. Those are big, like big windows. Now if you have room, I don't think I have room, but if you do have room for another set of windows, you could do that. I don't have room for any this shape, but if you do, you can add another one. I'm going to go ahead and do my door. Now, just like with our windows, we want our door to be bigger at the bottom, right? So it looks like you're coming up on the house. So the top of my door is right here, and I'm going to make it come out like this. We still aren't putting a bottom on it yet because we're going to add some stuff right here. And there's no need to add the bottom yet. So here's my door. You could make it like a rainbow shape if you wanted. I just made mine like a rectangular. You could add in a door frame if you wanted. You could add in a window on your door. Some doors have windows on them. You could add in a doorbell. You could add in a doorknob. whatever you want. And look, it looks like I have a little room right here, so I'm going to do 2 windows, but I'm going to make sure that they're bigger at the bottom right here because I ended up with a little extra room. You don't have to do that. You could just have the bottom part of your house with no windows. That's up to you. All right. Next, we're going to add our bushes and our trees in front of our house. Now, I want y'all to watch this because we're going to make them overlapping. Overlapping is when you use line a certain way to make something look like it's behind or in front of something else. So we're going to be using our lines and we're magically going to be making some of the bushes look like they're behind the others. So, over here, I'm going to start at the side of my paper. I'm not coming up all the way to my house. I'm just coming down a little ways. I'm going to make, it's not a loop-de-loop line, but it kind of looks like it. Kind of like a cloud line. And I come all the way to the bottom. So I've got a bush right here in the corner of my paper. Do you guys see that? Okay. Go ahead and add in that. All right, you didn't come all the way down to the bottom of your paper. Yeah, that's a mistake a lot of people make. They just do it like right here. You want to make sure you come from the side all the way down to the bottom. All the way down to the bottom. You didn't come to the bottom. You came to the side of your paper. Make sure, okay, you might want to make your bush a little bit bigger. Okay? All right, now, you're going to come over here to this side. Now, I'm making my bush really big, okay, guys? So, look, I'm starting over here on the side, and I'm coming really far over, down to the bottom of my paper. So, I'm going to add in another bush on this corner. That's fine. Y'all don't have to show me every line you draw. It's all right. Nothing's going to happen if you mess up. Your paper isn't going to burst into flames. It'll be fine. All right. Now, we're going to make these 2 bushes look like they're behind the other ones, okay? To do that, we are going to make one bush start right here and then stop. And then I'm going to add another one. You might have room for a few. I don't know. But you see how I'm not crossing my lines? They're just stopping. I messed up a little bit there and it went over, but that's okay. I'm just going to leave that. So it looks like some of these bushes are behind the others, right? So add in however many you want, but you want them all the way across the bottom of your paper. All right, is everybody ready? Yes, you're ready. Okay. Now my house looks like it's floating, and we don't want a floating house. So I'm going to make my lines come all the way down to the bushes, like this. And that's going to make it look like the bushes are in front of the house. Looks real spooky. All right, now, this next part, we're going to draw something called the horizon line. The horizon line is where the ground meets the sky. And we want to put that kind of far up on our house so that we have some ground to draw some decorations, and then we have some sky. So let's put our horizon line kind of close up at the top. Now you could make it straight, you could make like a hill, or you could make like a, I'm going to do like, all right, so I added in my horizon line right here. I did a hilly one, but you could just make it straight across if you wanted, but don't draw on top of your house, make it look like it's behind your house. Okay. So now what we need to add in is something up here in our sky. A lot of people have done a full moon, which is just a circle. But if you wanted to do a crescent moon, which is the one that looks like, yeah, kind of like a banana, you would make a big C shape like that. And then you just close it in. The fatter it is, the less like a banana it looks. And more like a moon. Huh? Okay. All right, so if you want to do stars, you could do star shapes or you could just do dots. Now, if you want to do bats in your sky, here's an easy way to do bats. You just do a circle for the body, some little triangles for the ears, and the wings are like two mountain tops, and then you do a zigzag line underneath because bats have like zigzaggy wings. Then when we color it, you could color that in. Some people want to do a vampire bat. Yay. Hold on. We're going to do that in a minute, okay? All right. Now, oh, you could do like a witch if you wanted. You could do a smaller bat, like a couple of bats. I'm going to do another bat over here. A little bat. A little baby bat. All right, now, down here on my land, we need to think about spacing. Things that are really far away look teeny tiny, like teeny tiny little miniature things. So up here at the top, we can draw some stuff, but we want to draw them teeny tiny. So if you want to do some gravestones, a gravestone is just like this. It's like a rainbow shape. And then you close it on the bottom. And then to make it look three-dimensional, you could add another line right there. You could write R.I.P. Really teeny tiny. But then the closer you get to you, it's going to get bigger. So make the one, if you did another gravestone, it would be big. Here lies who? Who's buried here?
Me.
Me? Okay, here lies me.
That's right.
It could be anybody. All right, let's talk about pumpkins. If you wanted to do some pumpkins, over here, should we make them really big up at the top or should we make them tiny? Tiny. So to draw a pumpkin that looks round instead of flat, you can do it like this. Yes? You can. All right, look. So here's how you do a round pumpkin. So I did my circle, and instead of doing straight lines, I'm going to do lines that curve out. And that's an easy way to make your pumpkin look round. And then maybe you want to do a vine. Now I'm going to do a big pumpkin down here because it's close to us. Does that make sense? All right, now maybe you want to put some eyes in here or a cat or some leaves poking out of your bushes. A leaf is just like an oval with a line. Or like that with a line. Leaves are all different shapes. Now, maybe you want to draw a ghost in your window. Spooky. That's just like a rainbow shape. Like this. All right, give me a second. And I'm going to do some eyes. Ooh, spooky. Spider web, you could either do it like this. But some people do spider webs like this. I saw someone yesterday do a swirl. And then they just made lines like that. And that looks like a cool spider web too. Can you draw what? Alright, I only have a couple rules for what you can and cannot draw. Can you read that for me? What's it say on the board?
No blood, no weapons.
No blood and no weapons. Can you draw a vampire? Yes. Can you draw a vampire eating someone with blood squirting everywhere?
No.
No. Can you draw a zombie? Yes.
No.
Can you draw a zombie eating someone with body parts flying everywhere?
No.
No. There's a big difference between fun Halloween and violent, gross Halloween. We're doing fun Halloween. So wait. Go sit down. I'll answer your question in just a second. Let me finish recording this video. Alright? Now, after you do all of this, you're going to go over it with Sharpie because you can't really see anything right now because it's in pencil. Then, you're going to color it. Now, a lot of you have markers, yes?
Yeah.
If you have markers, that's okay. I prefer crayons. Crayons are way better. So if you have crayons, 100% use those. If you have markers, will someone let him in, please? I want to show you a tip. Really quick. Let me borrow this box real quick. Yeah, it's up there. Fine. All right, wait, look. Here's my tip on markers. All right, so I'm going to show you a good way to draw and a not so good way to draw with markers. When you're drawing with markers, this is going to be the good way. All right, so I'm going to outline this, and then I'm going to color all in one direction. And I'm going to try and get rid of all the white space. Does this look good? Yes. Okay, I got some white space here. I'm going to come back and color it in. What you don't want to do is this. That does not look cute. So, you're going to come all one direction and carefully color. And then you will not mess up your beautiful picture like I did. Okay, there's a huge difference in these two methods of coloring. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter if you do this and then try and come back and fix it. You've already messed it up. So don't get lazy and say, I'll just fix it later. You can still see that messiness up under there. So do not do that. We don't want this. We want this.